time out of your day to spend time with us. So this is a very special occasion. Charles Wig Walker is here. Yes. We're going to do our fireside chat.
All right.
And when we do the fireside chat, that just gives us an opportunity, meaning us, me, because I'm nosy, I want to know everything. And then you, because you're nosy too. And so you get to ask some questions maybe he's never been asked before, right? He's going to be able to share some stories about his journey as a trailblazer in R&B music and soul music. So I'm really excited about that. Now this next gentleman does not need any introduction at all. It's Mr. Lorenzo Washington, and he is the founder of Jefferson Street. So I'm taking a sneak peek. Oh, he's got some good questions, Wig. All right, are you ready?
I don't know if I can answer all them questions.
But let me share this with you. We do have some refreshments out front. Now, this is home style. Everybody's family here. So if you need to get up, use the restroom or get something to eat, something to drink. Don't be intimidated. Get on up, get something to eat, get something to drink. It's very relaxed here, right? We're all family. Okay? So I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Washington.
All right.
Well, thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
And I thank all of you for coming out, but you know, Wig, he's gonna always draw a crowd. No matter where you go. And Wig has been one of my favorite artists for years. He may be a couple of years younger than I am, but I was going into the same clubs that he was playing in as a young man. Now, some of you probably know his brother Richard Walker. And Richard and I used to run around together in hot rod cars up and down Jefferson Street and 6th Avenue and
Salem Town area.
Salem Town, yeah, all over there. And we all lived over there together. So I've been a friend of the family for a lot of years.
Keep talking.
Okay, for a lot of years. And Wig has always been highly respected. We call Wig our Lou Ross of Nashville. He was our Lou Ross of Nashville. So, but tonight we want to hear a little bit about the lifestyle of Wig Walker, and he's had one heck of a life over the years, from New York to California to Paris, France, to just all over the world. This guy has traveled, and I didn't know it was as much as it is until I got to researching him a little bit. And but tonight I've got some questions for him.
All right.
And they're not going to be tough, but they're going to be just the ones that you can spit out to us real quick and easy.
Okay.
But the first one I'm going to ask is, how did you get the name Wig? Where did that name come from?
Well, believe me, it came from my mother. She said when I was born, I had a full head of hair and it was shaped like a wig, so she called me Wig.
Wig. Oh. Now, when did you start singing? At what age? And I know from the neighborhood that you used to hum around there in the yard and on the porch, and
That's right.
with Richard and Christina and
Yeah,
you know, and your other brother,
Jamie.
Jamie, you know, and we used to be out there washing the cars in front of the house because they had good water. and a hydrant out front.
Yeah.
So we knew that he was a great singer at a young age. I'm talking when I was 17, 18 years old. And Wig was hanging out front, and he always loved to sing.
Yeah.
Always loved to sing. So what age did you actually get started with that?
Well, I got started very early because I used to sing, under the street light on the corner with the doo-woppers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, I sang a little bit in church. And I got my start pretty early because, I was working over at the barbershop at Jake's, at the Bel Air barbershop.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was shining shoes over there. So I was singing all the time. So Jake said, man, I'm gonna have to take you somewhere where you can sing. You got to quit singing back here. So Jake actually took me down to the New Era and got me the job.
Oh, Jake did that.
Mm-hmm.
Jake helped a lot of guys in
Yeah.
the community, in the neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, he did. We were all called the barbershop boys.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Okay,
Oh,
let me see if we. 1, 2. Is that any better? Okay. When did you cut your first album? At what age did you cut? Because I know they were after you.
yeah. Well, I cut my first record right here in Nashville. I think I was about 16 or something. And I cut my first record with Ted Jarrett. And can't even think of the name of the label, but
Champion.
Was it champion?
Champion, yeah. And with Jimmy Beck Orchestra playing, and Johnny Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny was on my first record, and it came out in '58, I think, '58 or '59. Yeah.
58, 59.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Now, did you know J.D. Davis, J.C.
J.C. Davis?
J.C. Davis band?
Yeah.
What entertainers did you open for?
Well, with the J.C. Davis band,
Yeah.
J.C. was playing behind James Brown, and he wanted me to front the band. So he hooked us up, and we got with James. That was the first big act I went out with, and I stayed with James for a couple of years. But my main thing was to go out there and try to learn how to do big stage shows, and of course I figured James was the perfect person to show.
Of course.
And so I stayed with James for 2 years, and it was an up and down kind of a thing. He would find me a lot, yeah, because he would, like I was supposed to do, like, it was most 2 to 3 songs each show, and so I got, when I got out there and the people started hollering and screaming, I started trying to sing 3 and 4 songs. So he would find you like this. Every time he did that, it's $5. But I didn't mind because I was really trying to learn how to do shows. Although I had been doing shows here at the New Era for 2 or 3 years. And I thought I was pretty good around here.
Uh-huh. Well, we thought you was pretty good too.
But it's a big difference in doing big stages than there are small stages. You know.
Right.
So, you want me to go on from there?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
go as long as
I'll
you
just sit
want.
back and relax. Yeah, so after James, I went with Jackie Wilson. And I loved the Jacket show, and I learned a lot from him too. And
Is that where you learn how to dance?
well, I
With
always
Jackie
could
Wilson?
dance, but the style of putting on a show with you dancing, not just dancing around, but dancing, portraying a song, you know, and doing the ad libs with your body instead of, you know.
Yeah.
So that was important for me, and Jackie was one of the best, you know. I loved the way he portrayed a song and with his body and face expressions and all that. So I learned that from him, and I took a stint with Jackie for maybe a year or so, and right after that I went out with Etta James,
Mm-hmm.
and of course Etta, she's a really, I mean, she's a tough woman. She I remember we was riding around. I rode in the car with her because she had a big limousine. I rode in the car with her. But we would get stopped. We would get stopped every town. I mean, every town. And they come up to the limousine and open the door. She scared. She said, "What do you want with me? I'm not white." They knew that as soon as she spoke. But all this was a great experience for me, and a little while after I left those tours, I started getting musicians' names on the road where I was traveling around. I was traveling, because with James we've done one-nighters, one after another. We do 60 or 70 one-nighters, you know.
Gracious. Yeah.
So I started getting musicians' names, and I went to New York. And I was living in New York, but I went back there and got a job at Small's Paradise. And I was doing the show, and I was doing sort of like James and putting on the show something like him. And so I tried this thing where I, like fainted. And, so the manager came around and picked me up, was taking me downstairs. I said, "Man, put me down, that's part of my show." He said, "Well, it ain't gonna keep you part of your show in here no more." So I got fired from there.
Fair.
Yeah. So I went down to Columbus, Ohio. And I pulled all those guys together because I had a job. This place in Columbus, I told him what I wanted to do, and he said, "Well, you pull it together and you can practice here, put your band together," and we had a gig there. So we stayed there, and I put the Sidewinders together. And they were a great band, man. And finally, after a couple of years in Columbus, I called King Curtis in New York back, because King was always for me, and he said, I told King I was ready to come back. He told me, "I'll get you back in here."
Oh.
He got me the job back at Smalls, and I came back, and I had crowds around that place, 3 deep limousines, and and I stayed there for quite a while,
Yeah.
But that's the beginning of it.
What about Sam Cooke? That was one of
I
my
did shows
favorite.
with Sam. I did shows with Sam.
Yeah,
I was with Sam right before he got killed. We were in Toronto, and he left there. Now, next thing I knew, it was in the paper that he had gotten killed.
Mm.
It's a bad thing. couldn't believe it because Sam was such a nice guy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And then Otis Redding used to play here in Nashville a lot. And you played with
yeah,
Otis Redding also.
Yeah.
And I never got a chance to see Otis Redding. I always wanted to, but I never did.
yeah,
And then you actually worked with him on stage.
yeah. Man, I've been with so many acts, man, you know. I was also with the Jackson 5. I was on their first tour.
What?
Yeah. I was on their first tour when it was only about, I think Michael was 13 or 14, you know. But he was most, I thought he was the greatest performer I've ever seen. Yeah. So I stayed out there with Mike, with the Jackson 5 for about, I guess it was about 3 months.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the Commodores took over from me. So, but I had seen the Commodores, they was around New York too, and they would play at Smalls when I would go out on tour or something. They would play at Smalls.
Mm.
But they come up with the big records, and they ended that.
Do you remember Jesse Boyce?
Mhm.
And he played with Bottoming Company.
Yeah,
And the Commodores and Barry Gordy came down here and picked them up and took them back to Motown. But they got the Commodores
Mhm.
put a block on them,
Oh yeah.
and the Commodores got picked up rather than Bottoming Company, which was one of our local acts.
Yeah. Well, that's show business for you.
That's your business. Say, as a trailblazer of R&B and soul, who inspired you the most during your travel, coming up the ladder?
I would say that. I guess it has to be James Brown.
James Brown.
Mhm. Although like I said, I like Jackie Wilson's performance, the way he put on shows, and he taught me a lot. But James is most influence on me.
Now, when it comes to all of these moves and steps and stuff, now I've been told that Jackie Wilson first came with the throwing the mic back and using the cord on the mic and all of that. That Jackie Wilson
No, he wasn't the first.
was the first, rather than James Brown,
And James wasn't the first either.
who was first.
Me. And you know who taught me?
No,
Joe Tex.
Joe Tex.
Joe Tex was the best.
Wow. And I've been hearing Jackie Wilson.
No, Jackie, but James could do that mic stuff, but he learned it from Joe Tex too.
Oh,
You know, and then he seen me out there on stage doing it.
yeah.
You know, and he perfected it. He was good at it. But I mean, Joe Tex was amazing, man. He could make that mic stand just walk across the stage, and I mean, he spin it. It was on with the other kind of bottoms, and he just spin it and he go to the other side of the stage and wait on it.
And wait on it.
Like a spinning top.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. But I don't do that no more.
So you don't run across the stage no more.
Can't hardly ever get up to the stage. No,
But we still look forward to seeing you on stage.
yeah, I still have a good time, and I have a great time performing now. I think now that I don't want to do all of that jumping around and everything, I just use my voice.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's made me a better singer, really.
Mm. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So, I guess it all works out for the best, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 80-something years old, I ain't gonna tell you. But I'm just so happy to be able to get back up on the stage and I sit on my stool and I sing. That's people enjoy it. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're still admired. You're still admired from the stage.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want your legacy to be at the end of all of this?
What do I want my legacy to be? I don't know. I just think that when I leave it all, I just want people to feel that I was a good singer, I was a good person, and I did a lot of things in the business, and I tried to do the best I could. That's all. I don't want any accolades other than that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Well, that's the wig walk I know.
yeah. That's me.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything you would do differently?
No, I don't really think so. I mean, I've had chances that I turned down. Probably could have made me a bigger recording star. But I think those are the kind of things that, you know, it's just part of the business. You either do it or you don't do it. And
Yeah.
you can't dwell on it. You just go on with your life, you know. I mean, I could have been on Motown Records too,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. Barry Gordy came down here when I was at the Era. But I was thinking about a different kind of music. So when I got to New York, even in New York, it wasn't really what I would say my style. I mean, what I wanted to do. I sang with Chess Records in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and because it was more R&B and blues. It was that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, Chess was a big blues record label. But when I got there, I wanted to do R&B, soul, that kind of thing, and I kept with it. I mean, I sing a lot of different styles of music nowadays. But if anybody's interested, I got my new album is out, and you'll see what it is. It's definitely soul.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the name of it?
The name of my new album is This Love Is Gonna Last. And a lot of these songs, all of these songs that we recorded on this album, Charles Treadway and I, my organist, we wrote. Had a lot to do with my wife that just passed not too long ago, and so the songs, a lot of them in memory of her.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what we were going through, and good or bad, whatever. You know, I don't think we ever had really bad times. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
but you know, there was one song I started writing. That one song, it's all about trust, and that was the one that got it started. We were talking one day. She was going on and on and on and on. So I went out on the porch and I said, I'm gonna write me a song called "It's All About Trust." You just gotta trust each other, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I started writing it, and I got with Charles, and so he and I finished the song. I think I was singing it today and I almost burst out and cried. You know? So it means a lot to me. This album means a lot to me. Whether it gets to be a giant record or whatever, it means a lot to me because of the idea of it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So when you guys look on YouTube or whatever, look me up and see what I'm singing about. You'll see. And it's all about.
So how many songs is on the album?
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Now
That's my organist back there now.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any of the CDs with you?
We don't. They're going to be here in about 2 weeks. It's
Oh.
available on the streaming platforms now, so you can hear it. But
Yeah.
the CDs will be here in about 2 weeks.
Oh, it's brand new then.
Brand new.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna encourage everybody to go out and purchase the CD. And I'm sure with Wig, it ain't about the money. It's
No.
about that beautiful song,
Yeah, you're right about that.
you know.
I mean, if I get some money out of it, that'd be
Just
great.
to help us. I thought I'd get something out of that.
I want to say something. I got a lot of my family is here today,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy that everybody showed up. And I got my daughter over here.
All right.
I got my granddaughter and my nieces and my nephews and everything.
All right.
So
Now-
this is a great day for me. You know.
Well, good. Well, I'm gonna ask you one more question. What advice, and I'm sure you got at least one or two of entertainers in this crowd here. So what advice would you have for the younger artists in generation?
Well, all I can really say about it is you have to pick something that you want to, when you pick that you want to be a singer, you have to stick with it. Don't just follow the path of everyone else. You have to do what you feel is best. You know, I mean, in the 70s, I kind of got away from music because it was the year of the discos, and I didn't want to do that kind of thing. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I came back with doing what I do, and that's what I think I would tell anyone to just stay steady with what you're doing, and if it is whatever it is, just stay with it. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's my advice.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, we want to open it up for a few Q&As.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure some of the audience have a question they'd
Don't
love
get too
to ask you.
All right, come on with it. All right.
How did your family connect with you while you was an artist out on the road? Did that bring any pressures?
You mean my immediate family?
Yes.
No, I mean, I think all of my family knew what I was going to do. They knew I was going to be a singer, and it was all gung-ho they was all behind me, you know. So I spent a lot of years away from my family in New York and Europe. When I came back in the 90s, they were all here, and they were all gung-ho, they were all for me, you know, so that's what matters.
Right.
Anybody
Okay,
else?
David?
Yes, sir. First of all, it's really nice to meet you today and
Oh,
to
thank you.
come down here and see you. I recently saw the piece that Channel 5 did on you down on Lower Broadway at Acme Seed and Feed.
Oh, yeah,
I'm definitely coming down to catch you there.
all right.
And you were talking about all the various legends that you have toured with and
Yeah,
run into, and one that you didn't mention, maybe you never butted heads with him or ran into him, was Little Richard. Did you
Yeah,
ever
I
have
knew-
any kind of dealings with him? Or?
I knew Little Richard, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, when I was here, when I first started, Richard was already a big star. And I met him here, and I seen Richard when I got back here. He came to somebody's, Jimmy Church's wife's funeral. He was there. And I didn't see him no more. I think he passed away a little after that. But I knew Richard. He was a great guy, man. Anybody else? All right.
Okay.
Who is your favorite R&B and soul artist that's out now, male and female?
Let me see. Me, and me. No, I do have a few other. I have a lot of artists that I really enjoy, but you know, I can't call no names. I don't know really. You mean the younger artists?
Yes, sir.
I like a lot of them. I mean, I think they're doing whatever they're doing out. They're doing it good. It's just I'm in a different vein of music, and I just can't sit and call names because I don't really know that many names of the artists. But I liked a lot of the music.
Like Snoop Dogg
Snoop Dogg. I like Snoop Dogg, but I don't. Yeah, I like Snoop. Yeah.
He's got his own
Did you call out somebody else? No, Snoop is, yeah. He's making that money.
Yeah.
taking out money.
This young lady right here, your granddaughter.
Out of
It's my niece.
niece.
Niece, okay.
But
I'm just nephew.
out of all of your great achievements, what is your favorite one? What is your best achievement? And two, where's your favorite place that you've played?
Oh. Well, I would say that, I would say my favorite, one of the favorite places I played was Las Vegas. And also Europe. A lot of places over in Europe. But I also like it back here too. Yeah. I'm having a good time down at the Acme, and you were down there today, so.
I had a great time.
Did you play the Apollo?
Huh?
Did you play the Apollo in New York?
Yeah, I played it once, but I kind of stayed in my, Smalls to me was just like the Apollo. Smalls Paradise was the main club in New York, in Harlem really, other than the Apollo. But the Apollo was for bigger acts, and so I never met that status, But I had all the big artists, all of the artists, actors and everybody, every night at Smalls, they were sitting around the bar at Smalls. That's what I'm calling me right now. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I do. I want to take them from everybody. But the gentleman, Rick, correct? Mike, I apologize, Mike. Mike and your band, if no one heard that whole situation, it's worth seeing, worth looking at, worth hearing. And I do like the way you and him connect and how y'all gel together. That's beautiful.
Yeah, he looks out for me,
Yeah.
Charles too. Charles is very instrumental in this whole thing. He's the producer, the writer, one of the writers, and musician, arranger, everything. So I'm happy to have him and Mike.
they are the extension of your family.
Yep, they are. Whatever color they are.
We all bleed the same.
That's right. Anybody else?
Yeah, where we touring to next, Wig? What's on your mind?
Well, let me see. I'm gonna finish up down at the Acme.
I'll be there.
And then, who knows?
Sky's the limit.
That's right.
All right.
I've traveled around the world, so I'm just happy to be, really happy to be back home, really. You know, I thought I was gonna not ever come back here because I think the Klan was looking for me. But everything is everything. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you all. And it's great to see everybody.
Karen,
I got another question for you, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the Jefferson Street Sound Museum honored you with
Yeah.
the Living Legend Award.
Yeah.
And we were talking about home, and this is a homegrown museum.
Yeah.
That is a homegrown award. How did you feel receiving the Living Legend Award last year?
I thought it was great. I mean, you know, any kind, whenever you get an award, I don't care whether it's coming from the garbage man or whatever. I respect it, and I felt very good at that award show. And I guess I really wasn't expecting that piece. It was very nice, put together nice, and for me to have that award, it was great. And I do appreciate it.
Well, it
Lorenzo.
was definitely our honor to go ahead and get that award to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
We'd
Thank
like
you.
to make sure that we honor those musicians that have performed on historic Jefferson Street.
Yeah.
We recognize the gifts that they give not only to the community, but to the nation too.
Well, you know, Jefferson Street is historic, you know. I've been run off of it a lot of times. Yeah, it's quite a thing back when the Jefferson Street was really booming. You know.
yeah.
It was-
It was over 600 and something homes and businesses on this street.
yeah.
From 4th Avenue up to 35th, up in Dr. Dorothy Brown's home up there and office. So it was a lot going on this street. We had everything on this street that it took to service a community. Everything was right here on Jefferson Street. We lived in East Nashville, just across the bridge, near Cowan Street when I was a kid. But we'd have to come across that Jefferson Street Bridge to North Nashville to come to Farmers Market,
Mhm.
to come to a clothing store. And, we survived it all, and now we're sitting here telling stories
Yeah.
about what was and how we enjoyed life during that era.
Yeah, 'cause I tell the story about when I was a kid and going down to the Bijou Theater. I used to go walk over there by the Acme, looking at the window all the time, the feed place.
Yeah.
And now I'm singing it now. They still feed me feed. So I guess I better shut up.
We got this gentleman here.
For the benefit of David Piercy back there, would you relate a story about your brief interaction with a very famous guitar player who happened to play upside down and backwards? Jimmy?
Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, yeah. Well, Jimmy, you know, I knew Jimmy when he first got here. He was around here, and it was really a crazy kind of situation because people just didn't respect Jimmy. I can understand it because he was playing something that nobody had ever heard before. And I remember down at the Del Morocco, they used to throw tomatoes at him every night. But he sufficed, and I seen him in New York, and I gave him a job working with me at the Cheetah. And right after that, he went to Europe, and he came back rich.
Yeah.
And powerful.
Yeah.
So I really liked Jimmy, and I understood where he was coming from. Back there when he was playing that music, he was playing heavy rock, and nobody really around here had never heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when he played with me in New York, you know, I had an established band that was well rehearsed, and I let him play. You know, I hired him because he didn't have no money. He was walking around there without even a coat. And I hired him, and he played with my band, and I was looking around for Jimmy. I couldn't find him he wasn't on the stage nowhere. He was down in the bathroom with a long ass cord, and he was just playing. You could hear the music. But I liked Jimmy when he was here, and I liked him. I saw him when he come back from Europe in New York, and he had like a trunk load of money. He told me, Charles, hey, Wig, get you some of that money, man. I said, man, I don't need no money. I'm making money like hand over fist myself. I just wanted to meet him at the airport. You know,
Mr. Walker, you mentioned about Smalls. I know for sure that he tried to go up there and play at Smalls, and he got the same kind of reception that you were talking about here.
Yeah, man, this is really weird.
Those Harlem audiences didn't want to hear that.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I knew what he was doing. But he stuck to it. It's the same thing I said from the beginning. You have to stick to what you believe in, and that's why he become very famous. It took him out. He went to another world, but that's true, man. So that's been why. I had an interview the other day with Fox TV, and they asked me the same kind of questions, and it's all about just being true to yourself. You know, whether it works out or not. You know. So, what's up, Lou?
All right. This is some good stuff. I see some new faces rolled in, and does anybody else have any questions?
Do you need background singers?
Do you need them?
About singing. Background.
Oh, Lord. That's my niece back there. She can't sing a lick. But I'll hire you, baby. Yeah.
She can interpret your dance.
So, yeah, man, I'm very happy that you invited me over to do this, and just to see the people, and it's been a nice thing. It's a nice thing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how I was going to feel, but I come in here with that look on my face, and what the hell is he getting ready to do to me?
But But family and friends brought you through it.
Yep, that's right.
Yes.
That's what they always did. too.
Yes, yes. We got Karen back there holding her hand up here.
Okay, so
Don't start it.
so you know you made a promise to me, right?
Okay.
So can you just sing a couple of notes?
A
Can
couple
you
of notes?
share, the talent with it? Maybe a bar or two or three.
Okay.
Share a little bit.
You got anything you would like to hear?
Something from your new album.
Yeah, the new
Yeah,
album.
it's all about
Something from the new
trust.
album?
Yeah.
All about trust.
Let's see. Talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. Is it something I said or did? Honey, why are you crying? Our love was born on conversation. Open up to me like you did so many times before. It's about trust. That's enough.
Something to go by, huh?
That's right. That's right. I hope when you buy it, I hope you enjoy it. It's a,
Christmas gifts.
yeah. So, like I said, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to see all your faces because I just about know everybody in here. Let me see.
Can you see?
I can't see past the first line. But I'll be all right. And I know that you can't see too well either.
A very elite club.
All right.
All right, I want to ask Karen to come up, and we want to present to you this little token of appreciation.
All right. You mean you got a check?
I get it.
All right. Let me see.
So Wig,
I'll try to stand up. There I
There
go.
we go.
okay. So Wig, the founder of Jefferson Street Sound Museum, recognizes your participation in the Jefferson Street Museum
All right.
Fireside Chat. And this certificate of appreciation is presented to Charles Wig Walker.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank y'all.
Get pictures, get pictures.
Okay. If I hold, I'm gonna brace you this
Okay.
down.
Okay.
I got you.
Here we go. Got it.
All right. Anything else?
Looks nice, yeah.
Fit nice with my suit, didn't it?
It sure did. It's beautiful colors. It's blending in.
And we're gonna be doing something like this every
Thank you
month.
very much.
So be checking us out on our website, and you can come back and be a part of
You got the
this,
mic?
the celebration.
Can
All
everybody
right.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I call this infomercial time, so I'm gonna share some information with you about the museum and activities that we have going on. So Monday, which is February 3rd, mark your calendar, we've got music back on Jefferson Street. It's called Seymour, S-Y-M-O-R, which is Start Your Month Off Right. So you can go to our website and check it out. We have the entertainment right here, it's live entertainment. It's hosted by Melody and Harmony. And then we have a featured artist, it's Nakessa, and also Mike Drew, a comedian. And then we also do an open mic. So if anybody wants to start a singing career, be a backup singer, right?
Yeah.
So Monday, February 3rd. So it's from 7 to 9.
And I want to say one thing here. Y'all see this?
The picture right there.
Where is it?
On the wall.
It's right there.
Right,
It's
right there.
That's done by my granddaughter.
Right here. Yeah.
She
Beautiful. Yeah.
She did a great job.
Excellent job.
You made it easy, huh?
Thank you.
Excellent job. And the other thing I'll share with you, the Legacy Series, we also do that once a month. It's usually the second Saturday of the month. WIC was actually going to be in January, but as everybody knows, we got 5 to 8 inches of snow.
Yeah,
So we had to move it to today, which is the 1st of February.
I'm glad you did.
Yes. So then we have another Legacy Series that's going to feature Lady Porter Chapman. That's going to be February the
Oh,
8th. Yeah.
She's cool.
Yes, and Lady has been a music director in over 25 churches here in the city. So she's going to talk about her musical journey with God. So that's going to be great. And then please mark your calendars, April 3rd. It's on a Thursday. That is when we have the Lorenzo Washington Day Gala benefiting the Jefferson Street Sound Museum.
All right.
So this is how we keep our doors open. So this is how we have these programs to go ahead and keep the culture and the music alive, right?
Yeah.
So we look forward to everybody purchasing a ticket to support the museum.
Okay. And
All right? That's pretty plain, isn't it?
it's pretty plain.
Yes.
And,
The best
I definitely want to thank you two guys for having me here. And let's get it going. Lorenzo, you've been hanging in here with this museum.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes,
Yes.
Oh,
representing the legacy of all you guys
yeah,
that paved the way
Yeah.
for these guys.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you, man.
All right. So everybody, we got refreshments. We still got refreshments. Thank you again for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Anybody want the pictures up front?
I definitely do. Can I get a picture, sir?
Yeah.